Dear students, the topic for today's discussion, what I have selected is meaning significance of corporate restructuring. So in this class, we are going to study basically about what corporate restructuring, the meaning of it, and we are going to study a small other topic, that is the importance of or significance of corporate restructuring. So what do you mean by a corporate restructuring? A corporate restructuring is a strategic decision leading to the maximization of company growth by enhancing its production and marketing operations, reduced competition, free flow of capital, globalization of business. So when we include these all things together, that is called as a corporate restructuring. Okay, so basically, if you see the meaning, first of all, corporate restructuring involves strategic decisions. So a planned decision with the proper strategic management, when you take a decision, that type of decision what is taken, it is a first step of corporate restructuring. Then leading to maximization of company's growth. The corporate restructuring or the strategic decision, what is being taken, it has to lead towards the maximization of company's growth. There has to be a growth of company. Then it has to enhance the production and marketing operation. It has to basically have a positive impact on your production and the marketing operation. And there should be reduction in competition, free flow of capital, and globalization of business. So there has to be reduced in the competition, first of all, because when you do a corporate restructuring, your own restructuring has happened. Then there has been reduction in the competition, and there is a flow of capital, right? There is a flow of capital in the organization. Similarly, your business will become a globalized business. So this is a simple meaning of a corporate restructuring. Now let us come to the significance or importance of corporate restructuring. The first importance of corporate restructuring is economies of scale. So when a corporate restructuring is done, there will be economies of scale. It arises when increase in the volume of production leads in the reduction of cost per unit. For instance, overhead cost can be substantially reduced on account of sharing central services such as accounting, finance, personnel, legal, sales, promotion, etc. The top level management and so on. So when two or more companies combine, certain economies are realized due to the larger volume of operation of the combined entity. So when these companies are doing combinedly a particular business, so with that you can find that the combined operation will make a particular company economies of a scale. That happens to be there, and these economies arises due to increased production capacity, strong distribution network, effective engineering services, research development facilities, and various other things such as the data processing system and others. So due to all these impact, you will find that there will be economies of scale happens in the business, right? That is the first importance of corporate restructuring, economies of scale. Then comes operating economics. The operating economics means various functions may be considered and duplicate channels may be eliminated and implementing proper planning and control system. Right? Earlier days, when there were duplicated systems, when there were improper planning, or when control system was not proper, the decisions sometimes used to be go in the wrong direction. But now due to corporate restructuring, there will be operating economics, which means the proper elimination of the unwanted things, even the elimination of the duplicated channels which are not required, and proper control will be there in the organization. So this is the second significance or importance of a corporate restructuring. Third is synergy. So as we know that synergy, it refers to the situation where the combined firm is more valuable than the sum of individual firm, right? The combined value is more valuable of anything than taking a sum of both, like individually A or a B, right? When two individual companies or corporate offices, businesses are combined, there is extra amount of some facility they are going to get, or extra amount of synergy will get created, which is a very, very important for a business. It refers to a benefit other than those related to the economies of scale. Apart from economies of scale, increase in production, reduce in the cost of production, there will be a synergy will get created, right? Apart from operating economies, synergy may also arise from enhanced managerial capabilities, creativity, innovation, research and development, productivity, improvement, improved procurement and elimination of duplication. So in these all various areas, or in all these various places, you will find that synergy will get created. And due to the creation of synergy, ultimately, we will find that the business will going to run in a successful manner, right? So this is the third important or significance of having a corporate restructuring. Fourth is reduction in the tax liability. In India, a profitable company is allowed to merge with a sick company, right? In some of the countries, you see, a profitable companies are not allowed to merge with the sick units or loss-making units. In India, it has a full-fledged permission as per Income Tax Act, as well as per Companies Act of 1956, that a profit-making company, if they want, they can merge with sick units. By this, what happens? It accumulated losses and unabsorbed depreciation of the loss-making units or sick units can get reduced, right, out of the profit of the profit-making units. The condition to claim this tax benefit has further been relaxed by the amendment made in Section 72A of the Income Tax Act, right? So the benefit or other importance in India is that you can merge with the sick units, and by merging with the sick units, your profit will get reduced, or their accumulated losses, their unabsorbed depreciation, you can remove out of your profit. And finally, you have to pay a less amount of tax to the government. And with your goodwill, with your hard work, with your patience, and with the proper planning, that sick unit will also start making profit in the future. All right. So that is the importance, again, reduction in the tax liability. Then comes managerial effectiveness. In the corporate restructuring, what happens? One of the potential benefit of merger is an increase in managerial effectiveness. This may occur if the existing management team, which has performed poorly, is replaced by more efficient one, right? When the corporate restructuring is done, when suppose a company, your company is not efficient, the management of the company is not efficient. If suppose corporate restructuring is done with that particular company, which is more managerially efficient, right? Managerially, if they are more efficient, then your company will also become more managerially efficient, because the management team will become same, the managerial decisions will be same, manager planning will be same. Out of these all reasons, you can find that there will be more and more managerial efficiency in the organization. Then the other reasons of corporate restructuring, there are various other reasons or other importance of corporate restructuring. First is to return to the shareholders of the surplus cash, which is not required in the near foreseeable future. Now, there are some extra amount of shares which a company is holding, and that is remaining in the company, and the company is not required that amount of shares or that amount of capital. Now those shares or capital will become a burden for a company. When you go for a merger and acquisition, you will be having enough amount of cash, and that burden amount of shares, the company can, what they can do, they can return the cash to the shareholders, and then they can buy back of the shares. By this, company will get more amount of capital ultimately. To enhance the earning per share of a company, the company's earning per share will get improved. You'll find that earning per share is very, very important. One share EPS, earning per share, is giving how much of return to one individual, because ultimately the shareholders will look at your earnings per share while investing, right? So earnings per share of a company is a very, very important type. Then to provide shareholders, investors, that the company is presently undervaluing the shares of the company in relations to the intrinsic value, and the proposed buyback will facilitate recognition of the true value, right? A company will get various facilities here, like they will have an intrinsic value, and they can show to the customers or shareholders that they are going to do a proposed buyback. And this will facilitate recognition of true value, the true value of the shares, which is not which is a difficult task to know, right? As the market value of share, it is very difficult task. Now when you are doing a buyback of shares, right, from the market, you will come to know about the true value of the shares, right? This is also one of the importance of the merger and acquisition, right? The corporate restructuring to increase promoters voting power. The promoters will get more and more voting power if they go for restructuring, because very few people will be having their capital when there is a corporate restructuring. Might be one promoter of one company, second promoter of the other company. That means the individual investors will be very less. So there are some corporate restructuring happen, two corporate companies are there, two people are having bulk amount of funds, which means the promoter voting power will get increased, right? The promoter will get more and more voting power. Then to maintain shareholders value in the situation of poor state of secondary market by return of surplus cash to the shareholders, right? If you go for a corporate restructuring, you will find that the shareholders value will get maintained in the market, as well as whatever surplus cash is there, profit is there, surplus cash is there, that even if the company is under a losses, at some point of time, we can distribute that profit to the shareholders. Eliminate the takeover threats, right? If corporate restructuring is done, then we can eliminate the takeover threat, which means one of the important task it is. Like somebody might be interested to do the hostile takeover of the company, right? If they do hostile takeover, then the other promoters, there will be other promoters, other management team, entire totally change in the group will happen. So to eliminate this all kind of takeover threat, corporate restructuring is a better option. Either you do an internal reconstruction or you do external corporate restructuring. This is a very, very important task. Similarly, an opportunity to grow fast with ready-made market shares, right? There will be more and more opportunity here, and you will be getting a new ready-made market shares, as well as big opportunities. Expansion will happen of the market from a smaller area, contraction kind of things, then now it has become an expansion to some other area or a market. Then to eliminate the competition by buying it out, right? The competition of buying our company will get also eliminated, because now you were small. When corporate restructuring happened, the company has increased in a huge area or a business. So by increasing in a huge area or a business, you will find that buyers will not be ready to buy it, because they have to pay their more amount of wealth. So even they have to manage their own company. So nobody will be interested to buy your company, as it will cost them more. Diversification with minimum cost and immediate profit. There will be a diversification in the cost, because you are investing in a company. Immediately you will find that there will be a minimum cost, right? Like you two companies are doing a corporate restructuring, or even in case of internal reconstruction, the cost will get minimized, but the profit you are going to get might be shared profit, but you will get some immediate amount of profit. Then last is to forestall the company's own takeover by third party, right? Sometimes the third party might be interested to take our stake. It might be any financial institution, government authorities, or some other international company. They want to take the stake in the company, or they want to have a takeover by a third party who is not at all related to our company. Some outsider company, some multi-millionaire businessman wants to take a company, third party. In that case, corporate restructuring will try to avoid these all kind of situations, right? So these are few of the significance and importance of having a particular